Okay, I wanted to start selling stuff on eBay, and I just can't seem to get a good picture. So I went to the camera store, and they had this really nice little desktop studio for $100, but it was 1 cubic foot, and they had one just slightly larger for like $120. And all it was cloth, wireframe, and 2 really hot halogen light bulbs. Well, the hot halogen I was really leery of, particularly near cloth, and I just didn't feel comfortable with that, and I needed something bigger. So, being the creative type I am, I went to Home Depot. This was like $12 for the lamp. Came with no light bulb. I bought an LED 50-watt light bulb or lamp or whatever you want to call it. Put it in there. It's cold to the touch. It's brighter, much safer. Bought 2 pieces. This white that you're seeing here is actually the lens that comes out of a overhead fluorescent light in a drop-in ceiling or something like that. This was a little spendy for just some cheap plastic, but it's optical quality, white plastic. It's better, I think, than cloth. It'll transmit more light a little more evenly. You can see there's a text, well, maybe not in the video, but there's a texture here that helps scatter the light so it isn't so concentrated. And my idea, first a little shout out to Keith Fenner. Thank you, Keith Fenner, CAD, Cartoon Aided Drawing. My idea is just a simple box. We have 2 foot on a side box, and this isn't necessarily important on its size, but it'll be 2 foot square on the top. Now, unlike most PVC jobs that you see you measure to the outside, but I want the plastic to come to the center here so that it's easier to attach to the pipe. So I didn't want the outside of the, I know it's white on white, sorry about that, hard to see. But I didn't want the outside of the fittings to be 2 feet. I wanted the center of the fittings to be 2 feet. So it's easier to get the plastic. All I'm going to do is use Gorilla tape and tape it down. I'm not even going to glue these, so if I ever have to break it down for shipping or moving or whatever, it won't be any big deal to just cut the tape and put it back together. But what I did is I measured out the height of the fittings and the depth in here of the socket for the pipe. So like this elbow, 2 inches basically on a side. The depth of the socket is 7/8 of an inch, and from this face here to the center of here is 1.5 inches, but that's not really what I needed. I needed the 675, which is the 1.5 inches minus 7/8 of an inch. 875 is 625. So what I need to do is measure out. Actually, you know what? I just realized 2 inches minus 1.5 inches. There's the center line. 2 pieces measured out this way, like this. Well, actually like this. Minus 1 inch. So from here to here, you need whatever. 24 inches minus 1.5 inches is, but it isn't exact. So anyway, came up with a cut list: 4 times 1 3/4, 6 times 22 3/4, 2 times 17 1/8. And that was all calculated out. My math is so bad I don't want to embarrass myself by trying to show you. But the 4 pieces here are for the T's, and they, oh yeah, deburr your cuts. It makes it assembly a lot easier. At 7/8 of an inch, that'll bring it right together. And then the 4 pieces of 1 3/4 inch, which is going to be the slightly shorter one, is going to be the vertical. Oh, you know what? I forgot these 2 pieces here. So I got everything else, but I forgot these 2 pieces, so now I got to go get those cut, but no big deal. But you do the 17 3/4 here, and then the 1 3/4 there, and then another angle here, and I'll try and get it all in the frame, but you can see these are closed and that's closed, and now I have one part of the frame. So I'll show you when I get it all put together and I start putting on the plastic. Now the plastic comes in 2 foot by 4 foot, so I can get out of one piece of plastic 2 sides, and I'm only going to use 1 piece of plastic out of the second. I bought 2 of these, and I'm just going to lay it across the top. Actually, this is going to be the top. And then I bought some black cloth, very dark black cloth, to use as a background. So I'll have a light on this side and a light on this side, and then a black cloth draped down, and I should be able to get some nice light on it and get good contrast and get some decent pictures so people can actually see what they're buying. Anyway, I'll show it when I get it all put together. Thanks, bye. Okay, turns out it wasn't exactly right about the dimensions on this piece of plastic. It is 1/2 inch short of 48 inches. So I just measured out 23 3/4 3 times. I know this is going to be almost impossible to see, but I put a hash mark there, and a hash mark there, and then I used a really fine tip Sharpie to mark out the line, and then I'm going to use a razor knife with a piece of cardboard underneath. Don't want to mess up the kitchen or dining room table. So like I said, I'll show you when I get it put together. Okay, in order to hold the backdrop in place, I'm just going to duct tape some of these neodymium magnets to the back, and then I'll be able to use other magnets to hold the backdrop in place. That way I can change it out without any big deal or anything. But just to, not that I think it really makes any difference, I'm going to try and put them all the same way along a piece of duct tape. And I want you to think about something while you watch me do something real complicated like this. Where would us rednecks be without duct tape? Car wouldn't run. None of the appliances would work. The kids would have to go to the doctor more often than they do. May not even have shoes. You'd have to buy shoes more often. Boat would sink, and probably end up having to get divorced because you got to listen to the wife more often than you really like to. So you think about it, keep a good supply of good duct tape in hand, and your life will be better. Okay, got it all together. And as you can see, I'm kind of set up temporarily here in the house. I got a larger table out in the shop I'll probably be doing the photography in. And I think I like the results of having an overhead light on the top panel here, so I'll probably get another light to put up there. And as I said, I would use magnets to hold the backdrop in, so you can see that just pops right on. And I really wanted to get velvet for the background because that has the highest light absorption of any material that I know of as far as regular cloth. But as you can see, we can put something in the middle there, and that orange shows up very nicely. We can put any kind of junk that I have to sell on eBay, and it looks kind of nice with the cloth not exactly so, but it'll require a little fine-tuning to get it exactly so. But as I said, I just use duct tape to put it all together. I duct taped all 4 sides of each panel, and the top and bottom. And what I did was I measured out the length of tape I wanted, and then I tore each piece into half, because if I put more duct tape on there, it'd wrap around and be a mess. So I made the tape narrower so it'd fit. And I got a real fancy back here that doesn't even go all the way down to the bottom. Just a piece of cardboard off of something I recently received. And you can see the pipes through the top here, but they are not going to interfere too much with the lighting and so forth, I don't think. And when you put this onto the box, you put the smooth side on the outside, so the rough side is on the inside. You can see that light dispersing off the rough side very nicely, whereas if you put the smooth side on the inside, it's not going to disperse as nicely. So anyway, that is my 8 cubic foot eBay photography studio. Someone on TV, I would imagine, might say it's a Binford 2000 photo studio. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.